very good evening to everyone present here. Well, first of all, as it's Elder Hour and Elder First Festival, I would like to thank all the elders for healing the chaos in our life with your gentle touch and giving us motivation to tread the path with valor, even if it means passing through the thorns. Anupama has more than 20 years of experience in HR and has a keen interest in spiritual studies and practices. She has been associated with eRevMax, a leading provider of distribution, connectivity, and revenue management solutions to the hospitality industry. For more than 7 years, she's an MBA in Human Resources from School of Communication and Management Studies, Kochi. Anupama began her career in the manufacturing industry before moving to ABP Private Limited, one of the biggest media houses in India, where she handled corporate HR responsibilities for 8 years. But what she's really interested in, that she's a pranic healer, and she describes herself as a seeker of spiritual knowledge, researching and working on combining spirituality with management practices.
Darkness means something we associate with blackness. And though there is a beauty in the beautiful stars that we see and which we can see only because of darkness, we also have a kind of fear, actually quite an irrational kind of fear, which is associated with darkness. Okay, so we always think that black is bad and white is good. Just think about it. We always, associate good things with lighter things, with brighter things. So I thought that, let's just look into this and together let us explore and let us reflect upon what are the different aspects of darkness in our life and how can we move from this dark area to light. Being a pranic healer, I believe that there is energy that works for us and it also works against us. This energy is something, you can describe it as a field that surrounds our body, and we are like a sponge which are soaked inside this energy body. So each of us have our own energy body, and this darkness sometimes in the form of impurities, in the form of negative thoughts, negative emotions, and things like irrational fear also exist in our energy body. So we are when we exist, when we live in the world, we are also influenced by the energy that we have and the energy that we exchange with people. So including my spiritual guru. So what I will try to do is maybe ask certain questions, and we can all sit comfortably and just relax and think about this, really think about this, and understand that what is the change that we can make to remove this darkness and to bring more light. So the first thing that the prayer talks about is that wherever there is hatred, let there be love. Let me sow seeds of love. So we are all not beings of love. Like we are not all the Buddhas and the great ones. We still get irritated with people, especially in relationships. We tend to get angry with people. We tend to dislike certain things about certain people. And sometimes we carry that with us, when we are living our day-to-day life. So I would request you to think about those relationships in life where you think there is hatred. Now, it's a very strong word, hatred. So please don't get stuck to the word, but just try to think that where is there absence of love? Like we said, darkness is absence of light. So if there is hatred, there is definitely absence of love. So what are those areas? Just take a minute. Is it in your close relations? Is it in, with friends? Is it in any relationship which is, at your work? What kind of relationship is there where you feel that there is absence of love? It may not be from your side, it may not be from the other person's side. So we are not putting blame over here. We are not trying to pin accountability that this person does not show enough love and respect. But all we are trying to see is that in that relationship, is there absence of love? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is one of my favorite topics, and I think some of you who may have attended my earlier sessions may have gone through the forgiveness prayer that we normally do. So wherever there is injury, I've used one Hindi word over here, Shati, but it could be some other word also. So injury means where we are harming, where there is harmfulness. So wherever there is injury, let there be pardon या फिर क्षमा. Now, when we are asking for these energies, when we are asking for these blessings, we are channelizing this to the whole world. We must first look that where is it that I am actually holding other people accountable for my unhappiness. Do I feel that because my parents forced a certain choice on me, I have been unhappy all my life? I could have done much better. I could have been much better. Do I feel that because of me, there are other people who have been hurt? So at this moment, I would just request you to think of the people who you think have hurt you. It could even be your parents. I know that most of the people over here are elders, but some of these feelings that we keep within ourselves, which we are not even aware of anymore, go back right to the time when we were children, and things that our parents have done to us, how we have related to our parents. So whatever comes to your mind, just put those people in front of you. Think of all those people, your parents, your close relatives, your friends, your family, your children, your spouse, maybe even your company or your boss. So just think of all those people and just imagine that they are standing in front of you. Now, I would request you to just put your hands like this on your heart. Close your eyes. Just follow my words. Look at all these people standing in front of you who you think have hurt you in some way. Maybe a small hurt, maybe a big hurt. It doesn't matter. Whoever comes to your mind, just put them in front of you with folded hands. Smile at them. Look at them and say Namaste. I salute the divinity within you. Namaste. We are all children of God, and we all make mistakes. I forgive you for the mistakes that you have made and for the hurt and the pain that you have caused me. Whether it was knowingly or unknowingly, it doesn't matter. I still forgive you. Now just take a deep breath. As you exhale, let go of all your anger and your resentment. So, what does doubting mean? Doubting means not having faith that things are going to be all right. This happens when we do not understand our actual potential. We do not understand who we really are. When we identify just with the physical body or with the material things, but we lose sight of who we actually are. Okay? So, wherever there is doubt, and you will see that in nature, there is no place for doubt. Everything works according to its own pattern, according to its own programming. So we are also programmed to be certain things, and we will be those things. This does not mean that we surrender everything and we don't take any action, but this means that have faith, have the belief that things are going to be what they are meant to be. So I think that people, who have spent more years on this earth than some other people who have spent lesser years, out of our own experience, we know that this is true. Wherever there is lack of faith, there is doubt. Wherever there is doubt, there is fear. Now that fear can translate into anger, that fear can translate into aggression, that fear can translate into not being able to do anything, lack of confidence. However, faith actually gives us strength. So I will not speak much about this because I think this picture speaks a lot. And I think most of the people in this group would have experienced the power of faith. So then I would like to move on to the next one. So when we sit in the morning, all of us, most of us would be praying in the morning. Why do we do that? We actually do this to anchor our energy with something higher. And we have the belief and we have the faith that energy, that higher energy is actually going to pull us through the day. So when we have a difficult day ahead, we pray even more. That is a form of practice of faith, perhaps.
So thank you so much, Anupama. And of course, the meditation at the end is always again something which all of us really, really like it. And jitna bhi aap, like when you talk about how to go about things in life and coming out of darkness, not letting it settle down inside us,